Now the topic before us is data. Now we will discuss what is the meaning of data, what is the meaning of information, and what is the difference between data and information. First of all, we will discuss about data. Data refers to raw facts and or figures. Data is an unsystematic fact or detail about something. Suppose you go to a shopkeeper and give him in writing in which it is written 10. Whether the shopkeeper can conclude from your writing the word 10, what do you want? Whether you want 10 liters of oil or 10 kilogram of atta or something else. So this is data. This is the raw facts from which nothing can be concluded properly. The data is derived from the Latin word datum, which means something given, a given, or something that should be taken into consideration. Plural of datum is data. The dictionary meaning of the word data is facts and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. Data alone has no certain meanings until and unless data is explained and interpreted. It is just a collection of texts, numbers, words, and symbols. Here we will give an example. Suppose you have something before you in which it is written one Rihanna, $5,000, and then there are certain numbers. Can you conclude something from it? You can say that this is serial number, this is maybe the name of an employee or customer, this may be his salary or his account balance. You cannot conclude anything properly. This is data. Another example is here a few words are written. Can you conclude something from it? No, we cannot. This is also a data. This figure is data, and this it does not provide any meaning to us. Next, we have a set of numbers before us: $500, $1,000, and so on. These are also just figures. These are raw facts. These numbers are data, and they do not convey anything concrete to us. Now we come to what is information. When the data is processed and transformed in such a way that it becomes useful to the users, it is known as information. Information is drawn from the data. Information is a systematic and filtered form of data which is useful. Information is free from unnecessary details or immaterial things. The raw data is analyzed, organized in such a way that only the necessary information of the data is kept and the rest of the data is discarded. The term information is discovered from the Latin word informere, which means to inform. Information refers to the meaningful data. Now, what we have given the example in our data, we are reproducing below the same in the form of a table. You can see here that the said information has been given in the form of a table where one is serial number, Rihanna is a name, and $5,000 is the salary per week. And these are the numbers which represent the mobile number of Rihanna or the contact number of Rihanna. We had also discussed about these numbers when we were discussing about data. These figures are only just data. But if we write that date of birth is 2nd Jan 1984, it becomes information, because this information, this data shows the date of birth of a particular person. We had also discussed the figures of, that is $500, $1,000, $1,500. These were just figures. We do not know whether these are the salary figures of different persons or the salary figures of a particular person for the different years, or the bank balance of a particular person which a person is having in different accounts, or the bank balance which is increasing year by year of a particular person. So all these are just figures. We cannot conclude anything from that. These are just numbers. These are data. But when you analyze these figures in the context of a sales report, that is, if you prepare the sales report and these figures are shown there, then you can say that in the first month the sales figures are $500, and in the next month the sales figures have gone to $1,000, and in the third month the sales figures of the organization have gone to $1,500, and so on. Now this is the information which has been presented to us in the form of a sales report, and from this information you can conclude whether the sales of the organization are increasing every month, what is the average sales during all these months, and what is the total sales, and what steps you would like to take to increase your sales in the future. So on the basis of the information we can take decisions what as an organization we should do to improve the working of the organization. But if we have mere facts, only the data, only the figures before us, which are not relevant to us, not useful to us, so we cannot take any decision on the basis of data. We have to take decision on the basis of the information, that is the relevant data. Information is utilized in some significant way, such as to make decisions, forecasts, etc. Now we will understand the difference between data and information. First of all, what is the meaning of data? Data means raw facts gathered about someone or something. On the other hand, information, when the data is processed and transformed in such a way that it becomes useful to the users, it is called information. Now, what is the form of data? Data is unorganized. It is randomly collected facts and figures. On the other hand, information is organized. When the data is organized, it becomes information. Information presents the data in a better way. Data may or may not be useful, but information is always useful. With meaningful data, that is information, the organization can take decision. Data does not depend on information, whereas information depends on data, because the information is based on the data. We process the data, we retain the useful data and discard the unuseful data. If there is no data, there will be no information. You cannot make a decision on the basis of data. On the other hand, we can make a decision on the basis of information. The examples of data are temperature readings 25 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, the example of information is average temperature this week, 26.33 degrees Celsius. In the world of computers, data is the input or what you tell the computer to do, save. Information is the output or how the computer interprets your data and shows you the requested action or directive. Now we will understand about database and the evolution of database. First, what is the meaning of database? A database is a fundamental and indispensable component of information management. A database is a systematic and organized collection of data. This data is typically means generally. This data is generally stored and managed on a computer system. If we store and manage the data on a computer system, we can easily assess and manipulate information. Manipulate means we can add more data, make some changes in the data, or delete data. All this comes in the meaning of manipulation of data, manipulation of information. You can visualize a database as a container of information. In today's data-driven world, it would be very difficult to manage and use the huge amount of information without databases. So, in this world of competition, where every organization has to deal with large amount of data or large amount of information, the use of database is very important or essential. All of us make online purchases or make use of online services provided by the banks. While doing online purchasing, we may visit the site such as Amazon or eBay. These sites or the organizations like Amazon have to store the data in respect of their customers, such as they have to keep the details of customers' name, email address, phone number, what is their shipping address, what is their login name, username and password. And when you order something, they have also to maintain the record of what is the order number, what is the order date, what particular items have been ordered, and what is the payment method, whether it is cash or it is on credit, or whether you have made online payment. They have also to maintain the information in respect of your credit card details, though they are not readable, they are in encrypted form. They maintain the detail of other payment particulars. When you are doing various type of searches on the particular website, the website also makes the record of the same in their database. When you are using the services of a particular organization online, that is the banks or Amazon or eBay, they also keep record of your subscription details, because all the times the services are not free. They may be charging something from you annually or on monthly basis. These organizations also keep track of your IP address. This is only for security or fraud prevention purpose. When any organization, whether it is online or offline, have to keep so much record. What type of particular products they are selling, what is the price of the particular product, customer details, seller address, this and all that. Then all this information they have to store on a server as a database, because all this information cannot be kept in manual form. All this information is kept in the servers as a database. And when we are searching anything or ordering anything on the any website, you are actually interacting with the database of that website or that organization, and you can add data to it. That is, you can make particular change in your address, residential address or shipping address. You can make some change in your mobile or contract phone number. You can edit the order placed. You may cancel the record order what you have put. You can order something new, or you can search any type of product which you want to purchase. So all this information which you are placing as an order, or you are editing your order, or you are editing your personal record, all this information is stored in the database. On the basis of this data, that is, you have changed your record shipping address, the database will record that change, and next time when you order, the order will be placed at your new address, or the information about your order placed will be sent to your new email address. And on the basis of various type of searches which you make on the any website, the organizations send you emails, and on the basis of that, the organizations can take decisions that particular type of product is in demand, and the particular product is selling more in the particular region, and there is a need to upgrade their servers or manufacturing facilities or all that. Now, what is evolution of databases? Since the 1960s, there have been significant advancements in the design, functionality, and use of databases. Functionality means functions. It means that since the 1960s, a lot of changes have taken place in the designs of the databases, functions of databases, as well as uses of databases. Initially means many decades ago, databases were simple and file based. That is, if we were to make any change in the data, we have to go into the relevant file to make that change. In the 1970s, the advent of relational model revolutionized databases. The relational model was introduced by E.F. Codd, who was a English computer scientist. The relational model introduced the concept of tables, rows, and columns. It means that the data can be saved in the form of tables where there are columns as well as rows. In the late 20th century, object-oriented and NoSQL databases emerged. These databases were designed to handle complicated data types and large-scale unstructured data. Unstructured data means social media posts, audio, video files, our emails. Because the earlier relational model was not able to handle or store and manage the files, unstructured data. Nowadays, databases can be spread across multiple computers. That is, we need not to save all our data in one computer or in one server. The database of an organization may be spread over many computers or many servers. They can do much more than before. Now the databases have much more capabilities or functionalities. Databases help us manage and analyze data in a better ways. Databases offer organized data storage. Over the time, databases have evolved significantly, improving their capabilities and functionalities. It means that the functions of the databases and the capabilities of the databases have improved significantly with the passage of time, because new and new developments or new and new technologies are being introduced. Nowadays, databases enable better information management and facilitate efficient access and manipulation of data. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.